Alright, sorry about that last video. There was a little bit of construction going on. Like I said, I'm in the midst of traveling, so I'm recording this video from my hotel room, which I kind of love the picture right behind me. Can't see, it's a little pretty. Alright, next thing I want to talk about yourself is expressing yourself. And this was a fun part. Most of us are like, I can totally express myself. I have no problem doing that. However, where the problem comes up in expressing yourself is people who, your parents, maybe, your boss, your supervisor, your friends, the people that you thought it's not okay to say these things to them. Well, going through this process, your body, your soul, your spirit put you in situations that they're like, if you're not going to do it the first time, we're not going to go away. We're going to force you to have to get this out of your body because you can't take it. And it will come up and out probably in the worst possible way. And then you got to kind of do the day like, oh yeah, sorry, I meant what I said, but I shouldn't have said it that way, right? So start paying attention to your body and feel what's coming up, what needs to be expressed, and be okay, doing it, and trust that, the person can receive it. And if they're going to have a hard time receiving it, well, that's on them. If you do it the best way that you know how, and that's with love and compassion and understanding, like this is the best way for me that I know how to, tell you this, but I need to do this for myself, or I need to express, this situation is making me feel this way. I've constantly been trying to get you to see me. For example, my dad was like my uncle in a past life, and he's my dad in this life. And I found myself, and I just want to say real quick, I have amazing parents that I love dearly, but this seems to keep stemming back to like childhood trauma, but then it's past life trauma. It's not just our childhood trauma, it's like past life stuff that's active now. This is how laws of attraction talks about, if you're feeling it now, but the root cause is a whole nother lifetime, right? It just became active right now, and you have a chance and a choice to actually see it for what it is and deal with it, or suppress it again. So for me, I had some things I had to express to my dad, and the more that I didn't, the more angry I was getting inside, until it finally just came lashing out in an email. And then like 2 seconds later, I was sending another email like, oh shit, right? I was like, sorry, I love you, I meant what I said. I probably could have approached that in a better way. I mean, it came, but it was like I had no, and then I stopped crying. And I thought, wow, like that's all it took. I just had to express it. Like it didn't have to be a big blow up. It was just like, acknowledge that it's there, acknowledge how it made you feel, acknowledge, what you're going through inside, and release it. It can be just that simple. I mean, I came out to London and I stayed with somebody at their Airbnb, and it was like a friend of a friend, and being there, like, nice guy, well-meaning, but vibrationally we were not a match. And I'm very free, and I've gotten myself to a place where I listen to my higher self and my guidance, because we all have our own guidance system that's trying to navigate us. And I go where and when, kind of, like, hey, go to this place, and you might want to go to this place and check this out now, and leave now, because when you leave, though you don't know it, you're going to bump into this person who you wanted to bump into, right? Like that's how this works. This is how it's starting to be connected with your source versus completely disconnected and someone else telling you what to do. So when I got to this guy's place, he kept telling me on the places I should go. And I thought, oh, okay. At first it was, nice. Like, oh, thanks. Like, I've never been here in London. Like, that's really cool. So then I would leave to go venture out in my day. And while I'm gone, I kept getting, you should go here. Well, it started to drive me nuts because it was happening like the entire time I was there. And by the end of my week of staying there, my body was so tense because I didn't say to him, you know, look, I came here, I needed serenity, I need to get away. There's some things that, you know, is going on in my world, and I appreciate you. And, you know, you telling me these are some great spots I might enjoy, but I have my own guidance system. Like, I really should have sat down in depth. I said some things to him, but it wasn't like really clear, like, look. And so by the last day, I kind of walked out and said, you know what? I have at it. And I just like had to like get this out. I said, ah, you know, and it wasn't like I exploded on him, but it was like really strong inside me of enough. I've had enough of being here, but I'm going to go away. This wasn't just about him. It was like, I know, it was like a pushiness. I was like, it's pushy, you're this, you're that. Well, I've had those things in me. So not only was it about me to express myself, it was about what is coming up in my cellular memory that wants to be released. And it was pushiness and control and I know better than you, so you should da da da. Like, it was a part that had always been in me and fully aware. I had been working on it for a long time, and it wasn't nearly what it's been. But that it was like the last remnants that were inside me. It also had to come out along with expressing to this other person, look, you know, I have my own guidance system. Stop that. You get it? So taking ownership of everything in my life, this is where it's gotten me to where I need to go. And I hope these are making sense for you, because every trigger, it has to get pushed out of your body. And it can be gracefully, it can come out in an abrupt blurting out. It can be in tears. It can be, you know, however you want to do it. But the quicker you acknowledge it's there, the quicker it can be released. All right, on to the next one.